Have you ever felt like you're carrying emotional baggage that's weighing you down? Or maybe you've been stuck in a situation because you just couldn't let go. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get attached to things, whether it's people, outcomes, or material possessions. But what if I told you that detachment could be the game changer you need to live a freer, more focused life? What if the key to inner peace is simply letting go? Stoic philosophy has something profound to say about this. And today, we're going to explore how detachment can transform your life. Welcome back. Today, we're diving into a core principle of Stoicism: detachment. But don't confuse detachment with indifference or withdrawing from life. It's not about shutting yourself off from the world. Instead, it's about gaining control over what truly matters and releasing everything else. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, believed that to live a good life, we must learn to detach from things outside our control. Whether it's outcomes, other people's opinions, or material possessions, Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and responses. It's not about avoiding life's challenges, but about facing them with a calm mind and an open heart. In the words of the great Tony Robbins, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. This quote resonates with Stoicism because it speaks to the power of focus and commitment. When we practice detachment, we free ourselves from unnecessary distractions, allowing us to focus our energy on what truly matters. The Stoics understood that our attachments often cloud our judgment, and by releasing these attachments, we unlock our true potential. Just as Tony Robbins says, the limits to our impact are often self-imposed. Detachment helps remove those limits, empowering us to live more fully. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information, expectations, and the pressure to achieve more. It's easy to get attached to outcomes, people's approval, or even our material possessions. But here's the problem: these attachments can limit us. The more we cling to them, the more we lose control over our peace of mind. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This simple idea highlights how detachment leads to freedom. When we detach from our need for external validation or material gain, we can experience true peace. It's not about rejecting life or possessions, it's about not allowing them to control you. By focusing only on what you can control, you gain more freedom and emotional stability. So how does Stoicism teach us to practice detachment? At its core, Stoicism teaches us to accept that we can't control everything that happens in the world. You can't control the weather, the actions of others, or the economy. But what you can control is how you respond to those events. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that detachment, in the Stoic sense, is about focusing on your reactions rather than the things you can't control. If you're attached to a certain outcome or the behavior of others, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But if you learn to detach and focus on your own actions, you become more resilient and mentally stronger. Now let's back up these Stoic ideas with some science. Studies have shown that emotional detachment, being able to step back and observe your feelings without being overwhelmed by them, actually helps reduce stress and anxiety. The brain's stress response, often triggered by our attachments and expectations, can be calmed by practicing mindfulness and detachment. One study even found that individuals who practice detachment and mindfulness show lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. This means that detaching from unnecessary emotional investments can have a real physical effect on your well-being. By letting go of the need for constant control and outcomes, you not only protect your mental health, but also create space for greater clarity and peace. You might be wondering, how do I start practicing detachment? Here are some simple steps to begin. Step 1. Identify what you're attached to. Take a moment to reflect on what you're holding on to too tightly. It could be a job, a relationship, or even the need to always be right. Recognizing these attachments is the first step in letting them go. Step 2. Practice mindfulness. When you start feeling attached to something, pause, take a deep breath, and focus on the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to observe your feelings without letting them control you. Step 3. Let go of control. Remember that you can't control everything. Life is unpredictable, and it's okay to embrace that. Focus on your actions and accept that you can't always control outcomes. Step 4. Embrace acceptance. The Stoics believed in accepting things as they are, not as you wish them to be. By practicing acceptance, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and allow yourself to move forward with peace. Think about a situation in your life where you're struggling to let go. It could be something small, like a conversation that's bothering you, or something bigger, like an attachment to a past failure. Practicing detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop letting these things control your emotions. By taking a step back and focusing on your response rather than the situation itself, you create a mental space that leads to greater clarity and peace. Whether it's a toxic relationship, a difficult situation at work, or just life's everyday challenges, practicing detachment allows you to approach everything with a calm mind, rather than reacting out of attachment or frustration. To wrap things up, let's end with a quote from one of the most powerful Stoic thinkers, Seneca. "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The attachments we hold on to are often created in our minds. They may seem real, but they are usually just projections of our fears and desires. Detachment helps us cut through those illusions and face reality with a clear mind." So, next time you feel attached to something, remember, it's not the situation that's causing the stress, but your attachment to it. Let go, and you'll find the freedom to live more peacefully.